Why, hello there. Good meowing, good afternoon, or good evening. Whatever time it is for you, thank you so much for joining me, and welcome to tonight's stream. Oh, it's my first time streaming with an updated OBS, so everything looks different. So, apologies in advance if I fumble around a little bit, as I'm trying to remember where the hell things are on my screen. But without any further ado, let's pop over here. Hello, 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 hello. Oh man, I missed streaming yesterday. I had a lot of fun though. I did have a lot of fun. I got to go to the mall. And get lotion. Yeah, good smelling lotion. But now it is time for the variable barricade, and it's time for me to be scared about Ichiya. What the hell is gonna happen with Ichiya? But let's go right in. So we are now on. That's right. He wants to go on another date with us, and we said yes. After all of the crazy fight that we had previously. All right. A new door? I tell Samuki about seeing Ichiya breakdown. I said breakdown, but in my mind I read that as breakdance. Alright, brain. And she insists a new predilection is waking up inside of me. What? Is she gonna say we have a thing for pathetic men? I'm terrified. I can hardly believe that actually happened. I never expected to have a grown man bawl in my presence like a little child, that's for sure. It took me entirely by surprise. Oh, I turned the volume down on a test and forgot to turn it back up. Alright, let's get to 35 and I'm going up to like 2050. Alright, we're all good now. Morning classes were finished and it was lunchtime. I sat with Samugi at a sunlit corner of the cafeteria telling her all about what had happened. But I think that might have been for the best. I suppose me seeing him cry must have been the last punch he needed, because he talks to me normally now. Yes, he'll still try to posture and flirt sometimes, but now I find that somehow endearing. Oh, Samugi. Samugi? Are you listening? I looked curiously at Samugi, who had been sitting in complete silence this entire time. I just realized she was trembling when she let out a long, passionate sigh. What? Sure. Adorable? Well, can't say I thought of it that way. Huh. Alright then. Whoa! Spooky! Slow down! Slow down, Spooky! Uh-huh? Oh no. Oh no. Bottom and top of what exactly? And why is she talking about genres and plots? Obviously she's talking about a bunk bed. Game Prince, don't worry about it. She ignored my confused look and continued to giggle to herself. Rather creepily, I don't mind adding. I got the feeling that it was probably best not to ask too many questions. Besides, if I told her about the kiss, she'd probably get so excited she'd ignite. I told her most of what had happened, but I couldn't bring myself to mention that part. I knew she would go berserk, and that thought frankly terrified me. Anyway, that's what happened. Ichiya and I have reconciled, and we've gone back to the way we were before. Was it? Oh my goodness, the hiccups. I'm sorry. Sheesh, can we drop this now, please? It's embarrassing. Yeah. That's what you said right before you betrayed me. I grunted at Samugi, taking a sip of my after-lunch coffee. After a minute, she looked up and raised a finger as if she'd remembered something.
結局三森さんの過去についてはどうなさいますの？
That's a good question. Oh, right.
ずっと昔からそうだった。少しは大人になったと思ったのに、俺はあの頃の情けない自分のままだ。
That's alright, sweetie.
必死に頑張っても誰も俺を愛してくれなくて、だから誰かに愛されたくて。
I'm not licensed for this, Ichiya.
愛してもらうために相手を喜ばせる方法を覚えて。
I still want to ask him about it, I think. But given how he broke down when he brought up even just a little bit of his past...
思った以上に根深い事情がありそうですものね。
Yeah, do you think I ought to wait a little bit before asking again? I don't want to pressure him too much if it's a sensitive topic.
でも、取り乱した弾みの言葉とはいえ、三森さんも自分が何を口にしたのかは分かっているはずですわ。
Do ya?
あちらも覚悟していると思います。なら、変に引き伸ばさない方が。
I don't think I'm ready for that, Spooky. That's true, I suppose. If I hadn't seen Ichiya so distraught, I doubt I would have hesitated to push him to tell me more about his past. But now... But... I feel a little bad for him.
泣き顔を見たせいで、ちょっと変なスイッチが入ってますわよ。
Really? What? No, it hasn't.
過去を問い詰めたら、また泣かれるんじゃないかとでも思っておられるのでは？
You make it sound like that's something I want to see.
三森さんはいい大人ですわ。先日のはあくまで例外。ちょっとつついた程度で泣きませんわよ。
Hi, I'm an adult. Sometimes I cry like that. Do you think so?
なぜ少し残念そうな顔してますの？
Well, I'm not.
いいえ、してましたわ。その目が言ってましたもの。彼を泣かせられるのは私だけって。
I don't think I like where this is going. They did no such thing.
よくあることですわ。秘められた性癖に気づいてしまったが最後、求めずにはいられなくなる。
What? Huh? Smoogie? Are you calling me a sadist? Smoogie, listen.
正直にお答えくださいませ。三森さんの泣き顔、もう一度見たいとは思いませんかと？
No? Oh, I didn't read that. I didn't read that. I pressed a button. I ignored her, calmly taking a sip of my now ice-cold coffee. I'm not saying. Smoogie sighed heavily and looked at me with motherly warmth.
目覚めた直後はこれだから。
No.
早く認めてしまえば楽になれますのに。
No, I don't like this! Come to terms with what? Ugh. I had the sinking feeling Smoogie was terribly mistaken, but I had to admit a little corner of my mind wouldn't mind seeing it again. That's not an inclination, though. It's only because he said I'm the only one who's seen him cry like that. Yes, that's it. It isn't because I want to see him cry. It was special because he hadn't shown it to anyone before. No! God, no! That's all it was, really.
まあ、これ以上は野暮ですから追求しないでおきますけれど。
Fucking wild.
ただ、あなたが三森さんとの距離を縮めれば縮めるほど、過去の問題は無視できないものになりますわ。
Yes, I'm very aware of that. Prince to prince telepathy once again. I nodded. Smoogie looked at me, her brows furrowing slightly. It was a habit she had when there was something difficult or sensitive she wanted to bring up.
できれば、これ以上深入りしすぎる前に確かめておくべきかと。
Uh-huh? Smoogie.
お話を聞く限り、三森さんが悪人だとは私も思いませんわ。
Hi, Shellflame! Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you're having a wonderful meowing afternoon,
Evening, whatever time it is for you. We're back to dealing with Ichiya.
でも万が一にもあなたが傷つくのは嫌ですから。
Understandable. There was no teasing look in Smoogy's eyes. She was stone serious. She was honestly concerned for my well-being. Thanks, Smoogy. I'll do my best to bring it up as quickly as I can without being too insensitive. This is gonna go bad. Yeah. Oh, I'm a little sleepy too. I had a fun time with my Earth family yesterday and most of today, but man, crazy how hanging out with people afterwards you're just like, alright, time to sleep. Eventually, the school day ended. I was walking towards the front gate when I felt my phone buzz in my pocket. A voice message had arrived, apparently. The caller ID on my lock screen showed me only a name. Oh, it's from Ichiya. I unlocked my phone and brought up the voice message screen. Oh yeah, this is him asking if he wants another date. A redo? A redo of what, I wondered. I took a moment to ponder what exactly it could be before I realized what I was doing. Could it be what I think it is? I started to feel a little excited as I considered the message's meaning. Then I heard a ping. Another message had popped up on my screen. Aww. Maybe what Smoogy suggested was correct. I was almost certain that what he wanted to talk about involved his past. If so, I had even less reason to say no. My schedule's open. I'll be home soon, though. And ask me in person. I accepted the invitation, perhaps with a little more snark than strictly necessary. I hoped he'd pass it off as simply me trying to hide my embarrassment. A moment later, another message arrived. Aww. Aww. Wait, what? Oh my gosh, that's so cute. An unintentional but honest reaction. What on earth? What's gotten into him? Did a new, honest personality suddenly awaken in him? There was no flirting, no pickup lines, no posturing. Just this raw, exposed vulnerability. My fingers typed a response. My mind was blank. Whew. I hit the send button, feeling like I'd made a great accomplishment. I sighed and my fingers moved to close the app. Oh, right. I should send a message to Kazu about this later, too. Oh, Kazu.
ま、それは置いといて。スパダリ君のことで何かあったら、その時は連絡をくれる?
Oh, Kazu, what is your relation to Ichiya? Big brother? Father? Uncle?
こっそりお祈りしておくからさ。
Little brother? Because I feel like you're related somehow. I'm getting the feeling. I hadn't filled him in on anything since my second date with Ichiya. Besides, if Kazu's wishing me well, it really does feel like everything will turn out for the best. I was sure this date wouldn't be a lighthearted outing, but since he had billed it as a redo, I wanted it to go smoothly. I made my way to the car waiting for me. Anxiety and excitement fluttering in my chest in equal measure. I have on a very nice smelling lotion, and I can't help it. Every so often I just want to go sneep, 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 sneep. Still smell good? Still smell good. Oh, a new West message. Oh, it's Kazu! Thanks for getting in touch. Good luck on your date with Mr. Tryhard Boyfriend. I hope you do get to hear about his past. I do too. But I can't say that I'm all that sure I will. Have a little faith in him, Lowell. If it does work out well, I'll have a little celebration for you. Thank you. I'll keep my hopes up. Good. I will too. For you and Mr. Tryhard. Him? Hopes for what? Good question. That he'll make you as happy as you deserve to be? Oh, that is a good question. Oh, thank you so much for stopping by for the time you had, Shadow Flame. I'll sleep well. I guess it depends on how well the date goes. I'll be cheering for you. Thanks. If it goes well, I'll be sure to let you know. Yeah! Alright, it's time for the end of Board 2, and I don't like the title already. The shocking truth? A redo of our last disastrous date. I think Ichiya will finally open up about his past, but that's never good. It ought to be about time. I fidgeted, glancing at my watch as I waited for my companion to arrive. It was the same location where we had our first date. Ichiya had suggested it.
少し考えたんだけど、初めてのデートをやり直しさせてもらえないかな。
I mean, that you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself there, sweetie pea. Retry it?
ああ、映画を見てカフェでお茶して、あちこちお店を見て回って、最後は夜景の見えるレストラン。
Nani. Oh, it's nothing that I need to deal with. People, stop contacting me.
同じコースを巡ることで、俺の中で何が変わったのか君に感じてもらえたらと思うんだ。
It's not a terrible idea, but it's also not an amazing idea. Alright, I think that sounds nice. Apparently, Ichiya had to put far more effort into this redo date than I thought he would. Maybe that's why standing around and waiting for him was making me much more nervous than I thought it would. Last time he said something about how meeting up somewhere was part of the date. I think I'm starting to see why. Watching the seconds tick by while waiting for someone you want to see made butterflies dance in your stomach. I should probably calm down now. I would argue that waiting for someone you don't want to see also makes butterflies appear in your stomach. I think it's just the waiting for someone bit. Yes, I need to be calm so that I can maintain my composure even if he ambushes me like he did before.
お待たせ、お嬢さん。
No?
だいぶ待たせちゃったかな。今日はありがとう。来てくれて。
Oh, no, it wasn't long. I didn't mind.
そうならよかった。
Wow. He's acting really normal. There was no strange tension. He wasn't acting overly attentive, and he wasn't ceaselessly flattering me. Instead, he smiled at me with a natural, relaxed smile. I blinked, reminding myself that this was indeed still Ichiya. What a refreshing change.
今日はリベンジに付き合ってくれて本当にありがとう。
Revenge date. Amazing. Whatever. I didn't have any other plans for the day. Besides, I wanted a chance to speak with you properly too. Ichiya nodded, holding his hand out to me, but it wasn't to take mine, it was a handshake. What? I hesitated for a second, and then hesitantly reached out to take it.
改めてよろしく。きっと素敵なデートにしてみせるよ。いや、素敵なデートにしよう。俺と君の二人で。
Huh? I don't think a handshake before a date is very romantic. But okay. We started to walk, leisurely strolling around almost exactly the same path we'd taken the first time. First, we stopped by the movie theater. We picked a nice movie and enjoyed it while once again sitting in a couple seat. Then we moved on to a cafe where we relaxed and chatted about our impressions of what we'd watched. Hello, Phantom! Oh, wow, mighty conqueror. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you. We're on our redo date with Ichiya.
いや、いい映画だったね。まさか最後は怪人が仲間になるなんて夢にも思わなかったよ。
What took me by surprise was that we would go and actually watch a superhero ranger movie together.
ナユタが面白いって言ってたから
Of
ね。
course he did.
実は少し気になってたんだ。
Of course Nayuta recommended it. I hate to admit, but it was definitely more fun than I had expected. Personally, I'd wanted to see the big-budget fantasy film that was playing, too. It really doesn't, but maybe that's because I've never been on a redo date.
じゃんけんで負けた君が悪い。ファンタジーものは次のデートでね。
We lost rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, okay. I'll hold you to that, just so you know. I wrinkled my nose at him, then took a sip of my cafe latte. Yes, on our date together, Ichiya had taken me to see a superhero ranger flick. This was not the kind of movie I expected him to like. It seemed like much more of Nayuta's sort of thing, but maybe the impression he'd given before was all just posturing and he generally liked action movies aimed at younger people.
でもごめんね。俺の希望を通しちゃって。両方見られればよかったんだけど。
This means we have to go on another date. Oh, that's alright. You won rock, paper, scissors, fair and square. Oh no. Really? Now? That was a horrible time to go on. Appears so. Besides, I enjoyed the movie we wound up seeing. Anyway, I prefer not getting my way on occasion instead of you ignoring your own wants and deferring to me on every little thing. Ah, you blazing. What?
いや、改めて思っただけだよ。俺たちはデートしてるんだなって。
Yeah? Were you confused about that?
俺はずっとデートって言ったらひたすら女の子の願いを叶えるものだと思ってた。だけどお互いに意見を言い合って、もしそれが食い違うことがあっても、こうして笑って二人で楽しめて。
Yeah.
こんなデートもあるんだなって、今改めて実感した気がするよ。
So you really have to say date over and over.
じゃあデートじゃない？
It is. He must have been satisfied that he dragged those words out of me because he chuckled and looked down at the flyers he grabbed back at the movie theater. One of them was for a movie that we had watched the last time we came here on a date. He looked at it fondly and then said,
君はさ、前にこの映画見たとき、俺が主人公そっくりって言ってたけど、残念ながら違うね。だってあの主人公よりもずっと君と一緒にいられる俺の方が幸せ者だ。
Alright, sweetheart. Oh. Before he would have delivered his patented cheesy wink alongside his compliment. Hold on, I gotta redo that again. Patented cheesy wink. Cheesy wink. But now his words almost sounded shy, and he dropped his eyes away from mine. Is this really Ichiya? He said he wanted this date to show me how much different he was now. I was definitely noticing. And I was also not entirely unaffected either. They say time flies when you're having fun, and I can't argue that fact. Before we do it, I did fall into... yeah? Blessing. Blessings be upon ye. A prince link. The final step we chosen for our date was, of course, the same restaurant we gone to before. Oh, something's gonna happen here. If I'm gonna bring up the question on my mind, it's gonna have to happen here. Really? Here? We enjoyed a pleasant dinner, a quarter of my mind working over how to best approach the subject. I had quite a lot of fun tonight, but now I have to get to the real point of this date. We finished the main dish and chatted happily, waiting for dessert to arrive. Ichiya finished his sentence, then paused. He took a breath and straightened up, a nervous look in his eyes. I felt a prickle of nerves, too. It was time.
今日は一日ありがとう。
BL! BL! I was down for the BL! BL! You said BL, my little brain went, huh? Huh? Ooh. Ooh. No, thank you.
リベンジと言いつつ、完全に俺の方が楽しんじゃったみたいで。こんなので大丈夫かって心配だったんだけど。
I suppose you've been noticeably different today compared to the way you used to be.
やっぱり弱いところも情けないところも全部見られちゃったせいかな。なんかこう、ストイック。普通は見せないところまで出ていた気がするよ。
If you read it backwards, it's blessed BL, and yeah.
だけどそれは、そういう俺をお嬢さんが許してくれたからだ。
There's nothing to forgive, Ichiya. You cried. Humans do that. Lots of humans do that. Every day a human is doing that. I don't think there's anything to forgive. Prince telepathy? Okay. Okay, that's weird.
それくらい大きなことだったんだよ。俺にとってはね。でも、そんな君に俺は甘えすぎてた。今頃になってと思われるかもしれないけど、どうしても謝りたくて。
Yeah, games options. God, you're such a little bitch, Ichiya. Or, oh, Ichiya, I love you. Like, I wonder which one's the right answer. For what?
勝手にのぼせやがって、ムードで押し流すようにして君の初めてのキスを奪ったこと。
Hey, you wanna run that first thing by me again? You wanna run that first sentence past me once more? Deliberately tried to set a mood that would let me manipulate you. Well, here's the first punch in the face of this route. Ooh. Oh. My eyes popped open in shock. I hadn't expected him to touch on that.
あの時は君の気持ちを読み違えて怒らせてしまったショックが大きくて思い当たらなかったけど。
Huh. I don't know if that's better or worse.
ファーストキスが女の子にとってどんなに大切なものかくらい今の俺ならわかるつもりだから。謝って許されるようなことじゃないけど、どうしてもちゃんと謝りたくて。
Well, that's the thing.
本当にごめん。お嬢さん。
Shut up, Ichiya. I'm trying to talk to Game Prince. Game Prince. Here's the thing. I'm gonna give you a life hack. Game Prince, are you ready for real life Prince's game hack? Big pop. Here's the life hack. You can have as many fucking first kisses as you want. Technically, the first time you kiss anyone is your first kiss. The amendment there is with them, but they don't need to know that. You don't need to care about that. It's just another first kiss. Yeah, have as many first kisses as you want. I don't care. I mean, this has been Life Hacks with an Aromantic. No, it's not cheating. It's not cheating. It's technically a first kiss. So let's say I kiss Ichiya. The first time I kiss Ichiya is my first kiss with Ichiya. Then, after I kiss Ichiya, I go and I kiss Shion. That's my first kiss with Shion. Follow my logic. Follow my logic. Exactly. I don't care. Have as many kisses as you want. Ah, it's warm. It's warm in my apartment. Yeah, I get as many kisses. I get as many kisses as I want. Not if you're not in a relationship. I'm not saying if you're in a committed monogamous relationship, go kiss anybody. That's not what I'm saying. My first kiss with Ichiya while I'm dating Ichiya is my first kiss with Ichiya. Then I break up with Ichiya and I go date Shion. My first kiss with Shion is my first kiss with Shion. Well, I wouldn't turn it down. They have to be able to do stuff though. It can't just be a bunch of Ichiyas in a room going, "Oh, Prince, I'll give you whatever you want." I can only handle a couple of those. Otherwise, they have to be self-sufficient. I can't be taking care of all of them. Ichiya bowed, deeply. I stared at him, feeling conflicted. The apology was appreciated. But I had a bad feeling about what was coming next. I really hope it isn't true, but is he going to... That'd be great! I'd love a whole chef team. I gulped and then spoke. My voice was soft. Please, Ichiya, sit up. If you're still worried about that, don't be. It's okay.
そんな簡単に許さないでくれ。いくら君が優しくても。
Is Kazu a waiter here or something? That's not it! If I'm being honest, the sight of you crying like you did was such a shock that what happened during our last date has stopped mattering to me.
Eh?
What? Eh? Yes, it did sound weird to say that something which upset me so badly that I hit him twice could vanish simply because I witnessed his emotional outburst. But it was true. So, digging it up again is kind of embarrassing. Can we both agree to drop it and never bring it up again?
No, でも...
It's fine. It didn't count. It was also a big mistake and we can forget about it, period. I leaned over the table, resisting the urge to smack my palm against it. Ichiya looked at me, obviously confused, but eventually he nodded.
君がそれでいいなら、わかったよ。忘れる。
Yeah. Good. Do so. I was starting to notice that whenever I talked with Ichiya, things tended not to go the way I expected. I suppose that meant we weren't all that compatible. I sighed, feeling nervous. Feeling silly about how nervous I'd been about this. Unconsciously, I mumbled, "Is this all you wanted?" Oh, I feel silly. I totally...
そうだけど。じゃあ、お嬢さんは俺が何を話すと思って。
Don't worry about it. Well, I paused for a second, searching for the words. I thought it'd be about your past. I mean, yeah, you were crying at the time, but you did bring it up a bit, in between sobs. Okay, can we stop? Can we stop? We've heard this like 3 times now. Even back during our first interview, you deliberately avoided talking about your past, remember? But when I found you in your room, it was different. I thought you were okay with talking about it now. I peeked over at Ichiya to check his reaction and blinked. His face was as pale as milk. This does seem like a good time to ask and all. If I said I wanted to know, would you be willing to talk about it? I tried to face it gently, but one look at his haunted expression told me what his answer would be.
ごめん。違う、俺はただ待ってほしいんだ。
Yeah.
今日はそんなつもりじゃなかったから、急なことで混乱していて。
It's all good, it's all good. Ichiya.
いつかは話さなきゃいけないってちゃんと分かってる。だけど、俺にとってすごく勇気のいることで。
Damn, Ichiya, you're Bobby's! Yeah, his Bob's may be big, but he's small.
怖いんだ。まだ。
I could tell that he wasn't faking his anxiety simply to get out of telling me. His admission that he was scared was a big step for him, too. Do you really intend to tell me?
あるよ。君に選んでもらう上で避けられないことだとも思ってる。
How long are you gonna make me wait?
それは。
Oh god, that's a bit of a...
なるべく早くとは思ってる。
Ichiya's gaze started to wander as he looked everywhere except at me. I told him, I believe you. Why would I not? Alright, I'll believe you. I too have memories that hurt too much to think about. Memories of things that I've done.
Eh?
What's with that look, Did you take me for a sheltered princess who can't possibly have any bitter memories?
そういうわけじゃないけど。
I don't mind, really. If I don't look that way to you, that's alright. I don't go out of my way to make it look like I have those memories, after all. Some things we just want to hide, if we can. Everyone has memories like that.
お嬢さん。
Yeah, me too. Me too! He's rapidly gaining. He is rapidly... Oh, well, he's already surpassed Nayuta. Just right now, he's already surpassed Nayuta. But he's rapidly gaining on Taiga. They may tie. I just didn't even read that. But in my case, I have to know. I can't say that you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Just like Ichiya had said before, if our relationship continued to grow, there was only one place it could wind up. Marriage. And if it did turn out that I chose it to be my groom, I would need to know about that past. In fact, I need to know about it before I could choose him. Promise me that you'll tell me about it sometime, okay? And soon. I may lose patience and decide to choose one of the others over you instead.
その時は俺もお嬢さんの辛かった思い出を聞かせてもらえるのかな?
Yeah, we'll go full mutual insured mutual destruction. If that'll make you feel better, honey. Maybe, if I remember.
わかったよ.
I giggled a little at my words double meaning. Not bad. Our talk was productive, but it kind of killed the evening's light mood. An awkward silence fell over us as we ate our desserts. We said our goodbyes to the lovely skyline view and put the restaurant behind us. You know, I don't want tonight to end on this note. I'd honestly enjoyed our date. It seemed like a waste to let it end in awkward silence. Say, Ichiya? Yeah, the worst memory we have. I reached out and tugged at his sleeve. Surprised, he turned and looked at me.
どうかした? あ、もしかしてパウダールームに行きたかったのかな?
Who the fuck calls it the powder room? It's the toilet. I need to poop. Yeah, maybe. No, that's not it. Whoops. I hadn't thought of what I was gonna say next. See, Oh gosh, what do I do? I don't know what to say! Ichiya looked at me in confusion as I stuttered, desperately searching for words, but right then...
女の子からのアプローチを無にするなんて、いい男のすることじゃないな。
Uh-oh, I think that's Kazu. I think that's Kazu. I think that everything is gonna get fucked up right here. Oh fuck, it's Kazu. Ha 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 ha. Scared. Oh my. Yeah, but you could do more than piss. It's kind of a multi-purpose room. Huh? I nearly jumped out of my skin as I spun to see who had spoken up beside us. Kazu? This is gonna fucking suck. This is gonna fucking suck. His name popped on my mouth before I could stop it. I snapped my jaw shut before anything else came out. The friendship between Kazu and I was supposed to be our secret. Why is he here? I glanced over at Ichiya to see his reaction and nearly gasped. Yeah, oh no. Yep, Kazu is related to Ichiya. Ba ba da ba 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 ba. Satenica, why can't you be here? I have to show you. I was wrong. I was wrong about Kazu being Ichiya, but I was right about them being related somehow. He wasn't looking at me at all. He was standing still, completely frozen in shock. He was staring right at Kazu, his eyes wide as dinner plates. Bullets of cold sweat ran down his face. That isn't the reaction I expected.
ごめんね、お嬢さん。こんな野暮な真似は避けたかったんだけど、いいタイミングだと思ったから。
Brothers? Twins? Cousins?
ああ、大丈夫。一夜からもう聞いてるんだろ?
Fuck is going on? Huh? Kazuo is gonna fucking turn out to be a bad guy. Why can't we have good things? Kazuo said Ichiya's name. It rolled off his lips like he was well accustomed to saying it. He didn't call him Mr. Perfect Boyfriend. Heard what from Ichiya? I don't know what you're talking about.
あれウィスでは今日のデートで過去の話を聞くって言ってたから当然話したと。
Uh-oh.
なるほど。その反応を見ると
Uh-oh.
悪い予想の方が当たったか。
Kazu, I'm confused. Please tell me what this is all about. If fucking Ichiya leaves the country, that is 3 out of 4. That will be 3 out of 4, and I'll be pissed.
もちろん。僕もそのつもりで来たからね。
What the fuck? With that, Kazu took off the hat and sunglasses he'd always worn around me. For the first time, I got a good look at his face. My eyes flew open, I desperately smothered a shriek of surprise. He looks the exact same as Ichiya, doesn't he? Oh, he's really similar to Ichiya,
この
though.
顔を見てもらうのが一番手っ取り早いかと思って。
Huh. His eyes, which used to be hidden by sunglasses, sparkled with a mischievous glint. But his face, no way. Still not certain I could believe what I saw, I turned to look at the man standing next to me. He looked just like Ichiya. What the fuck? My eyes bounced between the two men. The hairstyle and their clothes were the only differences I saw.
改めて自己紹介させてもらうよ。
Oh no, you're gonna be brother, aren't
僕
you?
の名前は
Kazuya.
新崎和也。そこにいる一夜の双子のお兄さんだよ。
Older twin brother. Well, I can't say I expected that relationship. Yeah, they're both vampires. Twin?
そう。っていうか一夜。こういう時はお前が率先して紹介してくれないと。
Wait, I just had a horrible thought. Is the marriage fraud actually something that Kazuya committed and blamed it on Ichiya?
今は違うとはいえ、社会人としての常識だろ。
Ichiya said Kazuya's name. His voice sounded thin and strangled. That was not the tone you'd expect someone to use on their twin brother.
どうしてお嬢さんをお嬢さんとはどういう関係で
ちょっとした巡り合わせがあってね。それより
Uh-huh.
僕に突っかかるよりも先に彼女に説明した方がいいと思うけど。
Huh? Ichiya looked at least as confused as I was feeling. What should I say? What should I do? I stood there frozen, unable to decide. Ichiya? Is it true that he's your brother?
お嬢さん
He once then slowly nodded. He moved like it was painful to acknowledge the fact.
本当だよ和也と俺は双子の兄弟だ
Yeah, now I'm supposed to say, no. He doesn't have to say anything until he's ready.
事情があって名字も違うし、しばらく会ってもいなかったけど。
Oh, they had different last names? I totally didn't catch that. I didn't catch that. Yeah.
でも、その事情についても、一夜は君に話さなかったんだ。
What? No?
和也黙っててくれないか
そういうわけにはいかないよ。僕がここに来た理由がなくなるだろう。
I should have ghosted you when I had the chance.
理由
お前が自分の素性や過去について彼女に洗いざらい話せたのなら、それだけ本気なんだと思うこともできた。
What the fuck?
その時は兄として遅ればせながら祝福の言葉くらい送ろうと思ってた。
祝福だって
Huh?
ああ。だけど、そうじゃなかった。
Kazu lifted his shoulders in a shrug.
僕は最近、お嬢さんからお前のことについて相談を受けていてね。
Don't say it like that! No, not Otto.
相談
I didn't know he was your brother! Kazu!
ごめん勝手に。でももう隠す意味がないからさ。彼女はとても真面目な子だ。話せば話すほどそれはよくわかった。だからこそ僕は気になった。
I was unaware of the
一夜、お前本当は何が目的でお嬢さんの花婿候補になったんだ？もしかして僕を見返してやるつもりで彼女に近づいたんじゃないのか？
和也！
だってそうだろう。一夜、お前は僕が
やめろ！
僕が東条のお嬢さんとの結婚を望んでいたと知っていたんだから。
Oh shit! I know exactly who he is! He's the guy that bailed the family out! That bailed the side family out! The reason that we're in this fucking mess! What?
ごめんね、お嬢さん。見ての通り、僕と一夜はあまり友好的な兄弟とは言えない。
Okay, I'm pretty certain I made that off chance, that off the cuff connection. I'm pretty sure what if he's the guy that we're good? If I didn't say it, I've been thinking it this whole goddamn time. Holy fucking shit.
君が何者かに気づいていて黙っていたことは謝るよ。でも僕は君が心
Oh
配だった。
my god. Oh yeah, sure, hiccups.
もし一夜が僕への対抗心から君に手を出そうとしていたのなら止めるつもりでいた。
Oh my god. Just to score points off you.
待ってくれ！それは違う！和也のことは関係ない。俺はそんなつもりでお嬢さんに結婚を申し込んだわけじゃない。
The fuck?
へえ。もし本当にそうならなぜ自分の素性を打ち明けなかったんだい？
I feel like I've been thrown off the cliff. What the fuck's going on now? I'm in fucking free fall.
それは
都合の悪いことは隠したままなんてとても誠意ある対応とは思えないな。
俺は
Ichiya fidgeted nervously, so pale I almost had to pity him. Kazuya just stared at him, exasperated. Stuck between the warring siblings, I said, "Oh hey! Barricade battle! This is where I'm either gonna side with him or his brother." Alright, look at his fuck off sword in my itty bitty little fucking fence. Yep. Yeah, you won. Fall down. Kazu, I'm not sure I fully understand what you're saying right now. This is very sudden, and to be honest, I'm still a bit confused. You're twins. Who's scoring off whom? I have so many questions about what's going on. But let me say one thing to you first. Ichiya did intend to tell me everything eventually. He made that promise to me.
お嬢さん。
I trust him to keep it. I spoke firmly, looking right at Kazu. He smiled and answered like an adult explaining things to a child. I say, alright, Kazu, you want to know what I need to know? I need to know, eat my ass. Just eat my ass.
一夜をそんな風に思ってくれるのは兄としてありがたいけど。
Yeah, I don't really think you're true about that. And right now, you've lost all credibility. You have shot your own credibility straight in the fucking foot. Why would I believe anything you have to say to me now? You've been lying to me for way longer than he's been lying to me. And for a more bigger thing. Yeah, more bigger thing. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, good job, Prince. Good job.
そんな風に言い切ってしまうのは少し危険じゃないのかな。
I'll deal with the fucking consequences of my actions. I'm a fucking adult. Don't you think you're being much too cold about all this, Kazu? I can't say I know what's happening, but I don't think it's fair to effectively ambush Ichiya and then corner him with a flurry of accusations. The Kazu that I know would be able to hold an informative conversation without resorting to this kind of heavy-handed bludgeoning. Kazu looked at me, then smiled and shook his head. Yeah? You want to know honest? You want really fucking honest? Because I can give you really fucking honest. I don't think I would listen to what you have to say if it would save my fucking life. I don't want that. Yeah? I don't think you're gonna be an unbiased source.
待ってくれ、お嬢さん。申し訳ないけど、今日はこのまま先に帰ってもらえないか。
Yeah, bye. But...
お願いだ。逃げるつもりもごまかすつもりもないけど。
Alright, at least let me slap Kazu.
確かめたいことがあるから。
I would like that. I would like to slap Kazu. Well, this evening has thoroughly confused me. I could use some time to collect myself. I glanced over at Kazu. Where each seemed tense, Kazu was the opposite. He relaxed in his seat, looking confident and completely in control. Did that mean he didn't care either way? I thought for a moment, then nodded at Ichiya. Alright, but I can't wait forever. For this, I hope you understand. As soon as you're finished discussing things with Kazu, arrange a place where we can talk. Understand?
わかったよ。
Yeah, I'm holding you to that. And Kazu, I'm deleting your contact information. By blocking you, actually. A faint grin twitched at the end of Ichiya's lips. Behind him, Kazu suddenly reached out his hand. Why the fuck would I take your card? No, here's the thing. I would take it, rip it, drop it. Yeah. Suck my dick. To grandfather. No, you won't. Kazuya waved at me as if we were parting after a typical lighthearted meeting at the cafe. Conflicted feelings struggled inside of me. No, I don't have conflicted feelings about this.
車まで送るよ。
No, it isn't that far. I'll be fine. Take care, Ichiya. I turned on Ichiya's offer, gave both men a polite bow, and turned my back to them. I have to calm down to get my thoughts together. I needed time to think, time to go over everything I'd learned, time to figure out what was going on. But first, I climbed into the car sent at me and looked down at the card in my hand. Then I said to the driver, "The main estate in Kamakura, please." What I needed most right now was accurate information. Understandable, at least we know that Kazu is not an unbiased source. Welp. Amazing. What he fears most. Great. Ichiya is stunned by the arrival of his twin brother. Moreover, Kazuya makes a declaration. What the fuck is going on? Prince walked away, looking over her shoulder at us in concern. I watched her leave and then turned my attention back to Kazuya.
そんなに怖い顔しなくてもいいだろ。積もる話もあるし、どこか店にでも。
Jesus fucking Christ.
必要ない。
I cut him off without changing my expression. He sighed and rolled his eyes.
たく。どうしてそんなに拒むんだ？
They're adopted?
こうして顔を合わせるのも、お前が三森の家に養子に入った時以来じゃないか。
Is everyone a fucking orphan in this game?
あれ以来、連絡もしてこないで。こっちの家の人間は、みんな心配してた。
Oh, no, I just realized exactly what he meant. That's why they have different last names, is because he got adopted by another family, probably in one of Japan's interesting get adopted by, as an adult, by an older guy. Worried, huh?
新崎の家を出たからといって、縁まで切ったわけじゃない。僕たちの関係は変わらないはずだ。
Yeah, really?
それなのに一夜がどうしてそこまで僕たちを避けるのか、理解できないな。
I bit down on my lip hard, my eyes reflexively dropping away from his face. No, you wouldn't, would you? Hell, even I couldn't swallow the whole issue. I was still running from it, mentally and emotionally. But there was one thing I did know. I left the Shinozaki family for one big reason. I'd given up on myself. That family only needed Dad, Mom, and Kazuya. The three of them had each other. I was the awkward spare part. I wasn't worthy of being in the family. It ate at me. I took the first chance I had to just run away. It's a stupid, childish reason. There's no way I could ever admit it to Kazuya. When I didn't say anything, he leaned forward to look me in the face.
もしかしてだけど、
Yeah.
あの事件のこと気にしてるのか?
Yeah, I think he is. His words hit me like a slap. I flinched automatically. Kazuya rolled his eyes and sighed.
やっぱりそうか。あの事件は忘れていいと言っただろ?
Oh, yep.
十分役
The marriage fraud is not actually on him.
やめてくれ。今はそんな話をしたいんじゃない。
I gritted my teeth and stared resolutely at my shoes. If I didn't do something to get myself together, I was afraid he'd notice me shaking.
わかった。そんなに言うなら、お前のしたい話に付き合うよ。どうぞ。
彼女とは、お嬢さんとはどういう関係なんだ?
That's what you're worried about! You fucking asshole.
どうもこうもない。ただの相談相手だよ。
相談?
ああ。街でナンパされて困っている彼女を助けたのがきっかけでね。それから時々相談に乗ってたんだよ。彼女が東条のご令嬢だと気づいたときは、こんな偶然もあるのかと驚いたけどね。
Yeah. Coincidence, huh? Kazuya and coincidence were not two words that went in the same sentence. I frowned inwardly. I knew all too well that almost nothing he did was mere coincidence. Completely unbothered by the look I shot at him, he chuckled to himself.
相談って言っても、特別なことはしてないよ。素性も明かさず、ただ知り合いのお兄さんとして話を聞いてただけだからね。
God bless it.
ただ、相談内容が花婿候補。一夜たちに関することだったのは皮肉だったかな。
相談っていうのは一体？
それは言えない。プライバシーに関わるからね。でも、そんなに気になるなら、彼女に質問してみるといい。自分について僕から妙なことを吹き込まれなかったかってね。
Kazuya, you ass.
一夜は相変わらずわかりやすいな。僕を疑ってるって顔に書いてあるよ。もう一度言うけど、僕は相談に乗る以外、本当に特別なことはしていない。それは、さっきの彼女とのやりとりからもわかるだろう？自分を売り込むこともしていなければ、一夜とつながりがあることも言ってない。でも、僕は彼女との結婚を望んでいたし、
What the fuck?
それは今も変わってない。
What the actual fuck?
どう？これで一夜の知りたい情報はすべて手に入ったかな？
I grimaced but didn't say anything. Kazuya nodded, satisfied.
それなら、今度はこっちの話に付き合ってもらおうか。
It happened in a blink. His eyes went from warm and kind to cold and sharp like a predator sizing up his prey.
ねえ、一夜。お前にはわかるかな？お前が花婿候補として東条に潜り込んでたって知った時の僕の気持ち。
Eat my entire ass raw.
正直、すごくショックだったよ。
Yeah, I'm certain it was a fucking shock for you.
だって一夜は知っていただろう。僕がずっと前からお嬢さんとの結婚を望んでいたって。
So weird.
ねえ、これって僕、いや、新崎への裏切りだと取られても仕方ない行為だと思わないか？
Everything's so fucking difficult!
それは。
That thought had worried me, gnawing away in the corner of my mind. I'd left the Shinozaki family and then became a suitor for the woman Kazuya had been after. In the eyes of the family, that was easily a blatant betrayal. Hi, Zedetka! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yeah, so here's the thing. Kazu? That's not his name, it's Kazuya. He's Ichiya's older twin brother. And And he's apparently wanted to marry me for years now. What the fuck? Not just brothers, twins. Kazuya's older. What the fuck?
I think he's just known about us. He literally just said that, I mean, you know how long marrying Prince has been part of my plans. What the fuck does that mean? But I sat frozen in silence. Kazuya watched me without saying a word. He was waiting to see how I reacted to his accusation before making his next move. What do I say now? I know he isn't gonna budge until I tell him something, but what? And how do I phrase it?
なんて脅かしすぎたかな。
I'm flipping the bird at you really fucking hard, Kazuya. I don't like him anymore.
Eh?
I stared at him dumbfounded. He laughed for a good minute before he finally decided to speak.
ま、大方の事情は察してるつもりだよ。花婿候補という立場で東条にいるのは、お前から入り込んだわけじゃなく、東条高宗氏から誘われたんだろう。どうやらご当主様はどうしても僕に彼女を渡したくないみたいだね。
Yeah.
嫌われてる雰囲気はなかったと思うんだけど。一夜、お前は何か聞いてない？
Shush. He looked at me, his eyes still dancing merrily. I reflexively looked away. Why was it me? Why not Kazuya? I did ask about that once. Yes. Yes.
わしがあの男よりお前を選んだのは、お前が愛し愛されることの意味を誰より知っているように思えたからじゃ。
Huh? Huh? If I'm being honest with myself, that only made me wonder even harder if I was the right choice. But I still had to take it. This was probably the last shot I was gonna get. I had to grab at any straws I could reach, so I accepted the invitation. Not that I could tell Kazuya any of that, of course. He must have realized that I wasn't gonna say anything, because after a moment, he spoke up again.
Ichiya. 僕はお前がどんな思いで花婿候補になったのかはわからない。
I don't like this music with the two of them.
でも、これだけは理解してくれてると思ってるよ。
Mm-hmm.
僕とお嬢さんの縁談には、東条と新崎、二つの巨大企業の行く末がかかってる。感情論だけでどうこうできる安易な問題じゃないんだよ。
There it is, pure Kazuya. I didn't think he was entirely wrong, not about everything. When you run a business, especially one as large as the Shinzaki group, you need to do things like differently than a normal family. You need to make different choices. I understand that, really I do, but even with that in mind, this is just too...
あまりにもお嬢さんの気持ちを無視した縁談だとは思わないのか。
どのあたりが？
だって彼女はまだ高校生なんだぞ。年齢も若いし、世間を知らない純粋さも持ってる。
Thanks for bringing this all into the creepy light again.
そんな彼女を大人の事情で振り回せば傷つけるのは目に見えて。
Yeah.
お前は甘いね、一夜。確かにお嬢さんは純粋だし、今時珍しいほどウブだと思うよ。けれど、同時に聡明さも兼ね備えてる。
Speaking of wiser than your years, did I ever tell you guys about the fact that, at age 19, I got mistaken for a late 20-year-old? About as bad as the time when I was 13 and got mistaken for an adult. Both of them were very awkward times. Both of them were very awkward times. Okay. This is horrible music to have on for it, but I guess I'll tell the story. No, neither. Well, one of the time was about alcohol, but it wasn't me buying the alcohol. Hold on. I'll tell the story. Give me a second. So when I was 13, my Earth mom took me to get a birthday cake. Look, I'm a good boy. I follow the rules. My Earth mom took me to get a birthday cake at the grocery store. We walked up to the counter, and the guy working at the bakery, apparently, I didn't notice this, was like trying to flirt with me. And apparently when my Earth mom said we'd like to get a 13th birthday cake, the guy went fucking white as a sheet and immediately changed attitudes. Which I felt bad for him. He probably saw his fucking life pass before his eyes. And the most recent one, when I was 19, yeah, whoopsies. When I was 19, they were having like a mixer meet talk thing with alcohol in the building of my major, and I was just spending a couple hours in the building, and one of my classmates that I sat next to and kind of, we were casual acquaintances, we were chatting. He was like, he was like, hey, do you want to go get a drink? And he motioned to the thing, and I was like, oh, I was like, oh, I'm not old enough. I'm not legally able to drink. And he paused, and he went, how old are you? And I was like, oh, I'm 19. How old did you think I was? And he paused. He was like, around my age? And we're like frozen in the middle of the walkway, just looking at each other. There are people milling around elsewhere and going to get drinks. And I quietly was like, and how old are you? Yeah, true. And he went, 32? So that's how at 13 I got mistaken for an adult. And at 19 I got mistaken for a late 20s. I laughed. I had to laugh. I've always looked older than I am. I've always looked and acted older than I am. Like, if I didn't have fucking... Oh no, it wasn't a college party. We were literally in the building for my major. They were just holding this in a section of the building. Plus that we also had grad students all over the place, and I hung out with a lot of grad students, so, But yeah, I mean, if I didn't have that I was fucking 24 pasted all over my page, I highly doubt most people would think I'm 24. Most people really don't realize how young I am. Oh, he's like, Princess, how old? I mean, I've surprised a couple of people when I was hanging out with grad students and talking about stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like 19. I'm turning 20 in like a month. And they're like, what? And I'm like, hi, I'm the youngest person in this room. Yeah. So that's my story about getting very wrong age assumptions. Yeah, I'm a 9,000-year-old dragon.
自分は東条のために生きるのが筋。そのためには望まない結婚も厭わない。彼女はそれをよく理解してるんだよ。
それはそうかもしれない。でも
言っておくけど、僕は今までの期間 ずいぶん行動を自制してきたつもりだよ。お前、
俺のため。
そうだよ。少なくとも花婿候補にお前が含まれていなかったら、もっと強引に縁談を進めて、今頃結婚してる。
Oh my.
でも、お前がお嬢さんのそばに置かれたことで様子見することになった。ご当主様の先を読む能力は尊敬するよ。
Oh my. Kazuya shook his head and chuckled. Then he looked at me, his eyes dancing.
でもまあ、お嬢さんから直接一夜との進展を聞くこともできてたからね。正直、二人が結婚するならそれもいいと思ってたんだ。
Huh?
結局、僕が結婚しても、一夜が結婚しても、相手が彼女であれば、東条とのつながりをアピールできることには変わりない。
My fan.
一夜の過去に不安を持ちながらも、お嬢さんは乗り気みたいだったし。
Oh my.
No, I dropped my fan. I don't have mouse traps in my house.
本来なら、今日のデートで全ての決着がつくはずだったんだよ。
Very warm in my apartment.
でも、お前は自らの過去を語れなかった。繊細なお前は自分が傷つかない方を率先して選んだわけだ。
Well, hey. Hush. Doesn't have to.
違う、そうじゃない。
Talking about your past can be really fucking rough. Did you? Why is it not showing at my end? Show messages caught by automod. What the hell are you doing, Twitch? Oh, that's right. It just nukes them.
I forgot about that. Probably because it... That's a good question. How did Mousetrap get through? How did Mousetrap get through? I don't know. Maybe because it's one word? Let me try booby trap. Maybe one word gets it. It just, yeah, I think because it doesn't have a space in it.
俺はお嬢さんにちゃんと話す。自分の中で整理をつけて、それから
Cat trap.
彼女もそれでいいと言ってくれたんだ。
Cat trap for the cat nap. And we're ready for the cat. Ah. Just with the space. And the bot went, yeet. The bot yeeted your message.
自分の中で整理を。
Yeah, sometimes you gotta write the shit down. You forget shit.
で、それは一体いつなんだ？
Enough. When
それは
it's gonna be your time.
My mouth moved a few times, but no words came out. Kazuya gave me a patronizing smile.
いいかい？一夜。世界っていうのは、
Yeah.
お前のペースに合わせてくれるほど優しいものじゃない。
Kazuya? Eat my ass.
東条家の跡取りである彼女を取り巻く世界は特にね。
The bots just like got a hold of you, just be like, I'm botching you.
I know that.
Yeah, it's got the big barking stick. Oh, that's right. I haven't tested if my sound alerts work on my side. Let's try a good old bonk. Nope.
Still not working.
Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, get your act together, sound alerts. It plays on y'all's side, but not my side. I see it. I see it. I was hoping they would have had it fixed, but apparently not. Apparently it's something to do with the fact that I use Firefox. Oh well. Damn you, Firefox. Why you have to be good? Stop blocking me! No more blocks. Yeah, bonk! Yeah, there had to be Prince sound effects. I did, at least. I thought I did it. Yeah, exactly.
僕はもう十分待ったつもりだよ。
No, shut the fuck up.
お前に可能性があると期待してたからね。
Have we ever gotten evidence of how long it's been in game? I don't think it's been that long. Also. I'm really excited about this in case you can't notice. There's gonna be a big update to stream. Not this coming week, but next week. Fingers crossed that everything works out. But it's a huge update, and I really hope that you guys will like it. Yeah! Thank you very much to my Earth family to give me a gift that let me splurge and get it. So this weekend's been good. I got a big stream asset, big stream thing to help me out, and then I also got a bunch of nice lotion. So now I smell good.
けれど、お前は今日も自分の弱さのせいで千載一遇のチャンスを封印
Now
した。
Prince is evolving. It is not a new orb, but you will know. You will know as soon as I start streaming with it. You will know. It's gonna take a bit though. I'm happy it comes on Monday. I'm happy it comes on a Monday so I can have some time to figure out how the hell it's all gonna work.
悪いけど、本当にこれ以上は待てない。これ以上待てば、彼女を他の男に取られる可能性があるからね。
他の男。
Yawn.
東条の令状を妻にと望んでるのは、
Oh.
僕たちだけじゃないってこと。
Mm-hmm.
高宗氏の牽制にも限界はあるし。
That's why, if anybody's bad, I just go and shake you all around. Until my head is like anchored to the floor, it's too big.
だから、ここからは僕自身が。
No.
Kazuya dumped salt in my wounds, then declared war on me. And I couldn't refute a word of what he said. It was all the truth. Prince had thought things over on his own, deciding to give me a chance. He offered me kindness, and I still ran away. I was just that terrified of getting hurt. Disgusted at myself, I bit my lip and looked at my feet. Kazuya watched me and his expression softened.
一夜。確かにお嬢さんは可愛らしくて純粋でとても魅力的だよ。お前が執着したくなる気持ちもわかる。でも、よく考えるんだ。彼女は一人の女の子であると同時に、東条家の次期当主。そんな立場の子と結婚して、お前はやっていけるのか？前にも言ったことがあるよね。お前にはこの世界は向かないって。
Oh, hiccups.
お前は繊細すぎるからって。
Nah. I just want to be your husband. Yeah, we're cute, but you're an ass.
それは。
お前は僕みたいに茨の道をどう越えていこうかと楽しめるタイプじゃないだろう。
Well, then it's a good thing that I don't either.
もっと平穏で平凡な幸せを望んでる。お前が新崎の家を出たのはそれが理由だったんじゃないのか？
I couldn't say that he was wrong. But I couldn't say he was entirely right either. Kazuya simply couldn't understand how I felt. For twins, it was almost crazy how different we were.
カズヤ、俺は。
大丈夫だよ。一夜には他にもっとお似合いの子がいるはずだって。
Hey, come here, little girl. Come here, little girl.
Other girls. My mind went blank.
Ichiya, I would like to ponder the orbs. The orbs on your chest. Ba-dum-ching. Alright, I'm gonna give myself one of them's. Ba-dum-ching. can't read it. Sound alert. Others.
Like someone who's not Prince?
Eh? It's fine, really, even if I sometimes give in to panic and lose my self-control. Besides, you wouldn't exactly come to mind when I think of stoic coolness. But you know what? I think I like you better when you're sulking and crying than when you're flirting and tipping that aggressive wink of yours at me. No, that's alright. You won rock, paper, scissors, fair and square. Besides, I enjoyed the movie we wound up seeing. Anyway, I prefer not getting my way on occasion instead of you ignoring your own wants and deferring to me on every single little thing. I just thought of something extremely cursed that I could have said in relationship to that, so I would like a pat on the back for not saying something so horribly cursed. Memories of him rush through my mind, his words pummeling me back to my senses. No, there isn't anyone else out there who can hold a candle to Prince. Aww! That's actually really sweet.
For me.
俺はお嬢さんじゃなきゃダメなんだ。彼女以外の他の子なんかこれっぽっちも欲しくない。俺は彼女が本気で好きだし、絶対に幸せにしたいとも思ってる。損得しか考えられない和也に奪われるなんて絶対に嫌だ。
No, even more cursed. Even more cursed. Can I whisper a bit like this? Oh yeah, Kazuya is flat. I paused for breath, my shoulders heaving. Kazuya stared for a second, then lifted his brows in surprise.
どうしてさっき彼女の前で今と同じ言葉を言わなかったんだ。
Yeah, Ichi got the booby
そう
gene.
したら彼女にあんな不安な顔をさせずに済んだのに。
Yeah. It skips some people.
そういうところが一夜の最大の欠点だよ。
Eh? My twin put a polite smile on his face and straightened his back.
とにかく今日の一夜を見て僕は決めた。
Yeah!
邪魔をしたいならすればいい。
Yeah, we both thought it was Ichiya in
僕は
disguise.
絶対に手を抜かない。
I was like, he's gotta be related to Ichiya in some way, and yeah, here we go.
賞賛のない賭けはしないタイプなんだ。一夜もよく知ってるだろ。
But the boobies are vastly different. I glared at him in silence. After a second, he took one deliberate step forward.
傷つくのが怖いなら今のうちに退くんだ。
Look how fucking flat as a
そ
board
れがお
his
前の
chest
ためだ
is.
と思うよ。それじゃ。
I stood still and watched Kazuya walk away without thinking about let's get a move.
傷つくのが怖い。
Yep.
今も。
I love that all this like drama is happening and we're just like, man, their boobs are really different.
The words ran circles in my head, distracting me long beyond the point where Kazuya vanished into the crowd. I'm pretty certain him and his shirt. Yeah. How? Alright. Alright, here we go. Holy fucking shit. This board looks atrocious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 22. There's 22 on this board. There were 16 in Taiga's. Hi, Holly! Yep, it's more boy time. And yeah, we're discussing Ichiya and his brother. We're comparing their boobs. Oh, okay. It's time for some Ichiya backstory. Before I was adopted into the Mitsumori family, I lived my life as Ichiya Shinzaki. My father was a man who loved his job. My mother was a calm and dignified lady, daughter of a wealthy family. Born to them were twin sons, Kazuya and myself. Though we were born as twins and look identical on the outside, on the inside the two of us couldn't be more different. I'd even say we were polar opposites. Oh.
どうも一夜は成績にムラがあるな。 前回はまあまあだったと思うが、なぜ今回はこんなに下がったんだ？
Maybe.
ごめんなさい。
謝れと言っているんじゃない。なぜこうなったか理由が知りたいんだ。でないと対策が立てられないだろう。
Well, that's actually a fairly normal way of responding to that.
一夜ならクラスのできない子たちに頼まれて勉強を教えてあげてたんだよ。
Oh.
それで自分の勉強する時間なくなったんだ。僕はその辺にしとけって言ったんだけど。
Hmm.
カズヤ、なんで言うんだよ。
内緒にしろなんて言われてないし。
Oh my. Well, Kazuya is a little ass even as a child.
みんな一夜なら断らないと思って甘えてるんだよ。全部に付き合う必要なんかないのに。
Hmm.
ああ、それで自分の成績を落とすんじゃ本末転倒だろう。バカバカしい。
Yeah.
あなた言い過ぎよ。一夜は優しい子なの。
Mhm.
困っている友達をきっと放っておけなかったのよ。
だから僕ね。
Oh no.
でもそれじゃ損をするだけよ。もっと器用に立ち回れるといいのだけれど。
Uh-oh.
いい一夜。人に優しくするのはとってもいいことだけど、それだけじゃ世の中渡っていけないわ。
Hmm.
親切にするなとは言わないわ。ただもっと合理的なやり方を覚えなさい。あなたには必要なことよ。
Hmm.
はい、ごめんなさい。
それより父さん、この前言ってた子供向けタブレットのことだけど、やっぱりあれいけるんじゃないかな。
What? Oh my god. Alright, Kazuya's already in the business.
だがな、あれはコストの割に機能も中途半端だし、何より親の受けが悪そうで。
Huh.
わかってる。でも僕たちの年の子って大人の真似がしたいだけなんだよ。
Huh?
だから必要な機能なんて少なくていい。
Wow, alright, little business maniac.
その代わり専用のアプリにね、ちょっと工夫をしたらいいんじゃないか
Oh
な。
my
例え
god.
ばなんだけど、
面白いことを考えるな。詳しく話してみなさい。
Huh.
周りの子にもいろいろ聞いてみたんだけどね。
Uh-huh.
あなたたちほどほどにね。
Huh. Kazuya was great at anything he tried. Most notably, he possessed all the instincts of a sharp businessman, even as a child. What? He was the perfect heir. He was an excellent logical thinker. He was results-oriented. He was all about prompt decisions and prompt, efficient execution. He was a lot like our parents in that regard. But me? I couldn't help but pursue the things that interested me. Even if others told me I was wasting my time, I enjoyed the process over getting results. Because of that, I was often left on the outside of my family's discussions, unable to follow what was going on. I constantly felt isolated, alienated. Why was I the only one like this? Why couldn't I be more like them? It was like I didn't belong in my own home. The one thing that kept me sane was...
これいつもありがとうございます。
Huh?
まあ一夜坊ちゃんはお優しいこと。こんな使用人不正に気を使ってくださって。
そんな、僕は和也に比べたら何にもできないし。
Hmm.
いいえ、そんなことありません。和也坊ちゃんはしっかりしすぎていて、こんな風に撫でることもできませんもの。
Huh.
私は一夜坊ちゃんが大好きですよ。誰よりも優しく、気配りのできるいい子。どうかそのままでいてくださいね。
Huh.
よかったらこれ使ってください。
Oh, it continues.
ありがとうございます。とても助かりましたわ。
Hmm.
新崎様にもう一人ご子息がいらっしゃると聞いたことはありましたけど、こんなに可愛らしい子だったなんて。
Hmm.
ありがとうございます。こんな綺麗なお姉様に褒めていただいて嬉しいです。
まあ嬉しいわ。 一夜くんだったかしら。あちらで一緒にお菓子をいただきましょう。
So I guess he started supplementing love with random women.
双子のお兄様には内緒よ。ね。
はい。
Well, I mean, I can see why it started.
一夜くん、私と付き合ってください。
俺と和也じゃなくて？
和也くんは親切だけど、
Yeah.
いつも忙しそうにしてるし、こっちを見てくれる気がしないもの。でも、一夜くんは違う。女の子には特別優しくしてくれるし、
I
いつも
see.
かっこよくて、王子様みたいで。
It's all connected. It's all connected
女の子
together.
の理想そのままっていうか、こんな人が彼氏だったら、だから好きになったの。お願い、私と付き合って。
そっか。
Oh my goodness.
いいよ。付き合おう。俺のこと好きになってくれてありがとう。誰よりも大事に優しくするよ。
Yeah.
俺のお姫様。
Yeah. Which I mean, yeah, as long as I was constantly flirty, fun, pleasant, and extremely nice, all the girls loved me. They picked me over Kazuya. I liked that a lot. By spending all my time around girls, I was able to carve out a place where I finally belonged. But no matter how much effort I put into it, I wasn't able to build a serious relationship in that niche.
あなたは悪くないの。こんな素敵な人と付き合えて。
Oh yeah, this one, we've seen this. Too happy? What's wrong with being too happy? If there isn't anything, then what's the problem?
私、あなたから卒業するね。次はもっとふさわしい人を見つけて。
What do you mean your level? Wasn't I good enough for you?
あなたと一緒にいると自分がまるでお姫様になったような気がしたけど、現実は違うのよね。
You were the one who wanted me to be your prince, so I treated you like a princess.
恋をするには最高なんだけど、そろそろ結婚も考えなきゃいけないし。
It wasn't a dream to me, it was reality.
ごめんなさい。私、あなたといるとダメになっちゃう気がするの。甘やかされるの怖くなっちゃった。
You told me you liked it when I pampered you. You begged me to stay because you couldn't bear it when I was away.
優しいだけじゃ物足りないなんて、自分でも贅沢だと思うけど。
Huh?
さよなら。今までありがとう。
You said you bragged to others about how sweet a boyfriend you had. Was I stupid for believing you? Yeah. Hi, come pamper me, please. I was exactly the man you wanted me to be.
なんていうか、一夜さんってさ、つくづく都合のいい男だよね。
I mean, I also probably would get bored of it pretty quickly. She's a sharp one. She saw right through the facade and looked directly at the real me.
これだけ幸せにしたんだから、そっちも幸せを返してくれって、遠回しに脅迫されてるみたいじゃん。
Also, I'm pretty certain there would be somebody who was more than willing to use him for the rest of their life. No one really loved me. Basically, I was offering to play the part of the perfect boyfriend. The price was they needed to love me back.
和也じゃなくて俺を見てくれるなら、それでよかったんだ。
Huh.
愛したら愛してくれる。愛することで俺は自分を肯定できた。仕方ないじゃないか。それ以外に和也の影から逃げる方法が俺にはなかったんだから。
I mean, I see where he's coming from.
あなた、恋人としては満点だけど、結婚するのにはちょっと。
俺に任せろって大丈夫なのか？
訴えてやる、この詐欺師。
What?
見積もりの養子にって本気なの？一夜。
見積もり一夜。その気があるなら、
probably the marriage
わし
fraud.
の孫娘の花婿候補となるがいい。
Probably the marriage fraud. Oh god. The blare of a horn snapped me back to my senses. Reflexively, my eyes snapped up. The traffic light in front of me had turned green. I've been so absorbed in my own thoughts I hadn't noticed the world was still functioning around me. Damn it. Seeing Kazuya left me all addled. I let out a long sigh. I gently pushed down the accelerator and brought my car up to speed.
前にも言ったことがあるよね。お前にはこの世界は向かないって。お前は繊細すぎるからって。お前は僕みたいに茨の道をどう越えていこうかと。
We literally just watched this. I don't want to watch it again. The way Kazuya looked at me then. He was looking down on me the way he always did. It had always terrified me. Why the fuck am I having so much trouble with this one sentence? It had always terrified me when he did it too.
とにかく今日の一夜を見て僕は賞賛のない賭けが傷つくのが。
Yep, we literally just saw that. After Kazuya left, my mind went blank. It was sometime later when I came around enough to discover I'd somehow walked all the way to my car. It's always been this way. I've never been able to stand up to Kazuya at anything. He's not just attractive on the outside, he's also extremely talented. He has a perfect personality, too. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that last one. And he was gonna steal Prince away from me. The minute that thought crossed my mind, I felt something cold and heavy settle down to the bottom of my gut. Hey, that's called dread. It was not an appropriate mental state to drive. I pulled over to the side of the road and let my head sink into the steering wheel. He terrified me. That's all there was to it. Just thinking about it made me quiver uncontrollably. But...
嫌だ。お嬢さんを奪われるのだけは嫌だ。
Yeah? Yeah. He looked in my eyes when I bawled like a baby in front of him. He said he liked the real me over the facade I'd built in hopes of making him fall in love with me.
彼女のことが好きだから。
Yeah. The realization hit me like a lightning bolt. I was scared. Very. But I knew my feelings were true. It's so easy to say it. The words themselves are simple enough to say out loud, and yet... How come I can't even entertain the idea of fighting back against Kazuya? My hands were still trembling on the steering wheel. I could never hope to beat Kazuya. A terrified, childish corner of my brain wailed as much over and over. Do your best. I sat waiting, hoping for the answer to come to me. It didn't. Did it? Sometime later, I found myself back at home. I couldn't quite remember how I made it there. I parked my car in the garage, then trudged my way towards the front door. I don't want to go in. As soon as you've finished discussing things with Kazu, arrange a place where we could talk. Understood? Yeah, he hasn't done that yet. Prince will be waiting for me. It was a story I had to tell him sooner or later. I knew that all too well. But I just didn't have it in me tonight. I couldn't handle any more stress. Hell, maybe I ought to check into a hotel tonight instead. As soon as I thought about running away, the door I was standing in front of swung open. But the face that peeked outside wasn't the one I feared, it was...
Oh, Ichiya. 帰ってきたのかよ。
なんだ、大河か。
人の顔見てなんだとはなんだよ。
What the hell?
すまない。お嬢さんは今部屋にいるのかな。
I hoped it would have been Asuka.
お嬢なら鎌倉の本家に行ったぜ。
Oh, that's right.
何でもご当主に話があるんだとよ。
そうか。
Oh. It was pathetic, but a considerable part of me was relieved to hear that. Unfortunately, reality wasn't nice enough to let me off the hook yet, not even after it had spent the whole day beating up on me.
ま、何の話かは大体想像つくけどね。
Oh, yeah.
ねえ、新崎一也君。
Taika, you're just gonna come out right there?
なんで君がその名前を？
Taika!
春日から聞いたんだよ。まさかお前がいいところのお坊ちゃんだったとはね。
Taika's smile had an edge. It was a challenge. I felt a cold bead of sweat drip down my spine. Today was not a good day for my heart.
隠していてすまない。でも俺には事情が。
それを聞くためにわざわざ帰ってくるのを待ってたんだ。
Oh.
俺たちも無関係じゃねえしね。
Uh-oh.
とりあえず入れよ。玄関でするような話じゃない。
Ah, thank you. Wada.
Mm-hmm. It was.
The hiccups be back.
Oh.
That was that. There was no more getting out of this. I sighed, resigned, and quietly followed Taiga inside. Alright. You reap what you sow. Grandfather tells me who Kazuya Shinzaki really is. This is what happens when I don't pay attention to warnings. I'd enjoyed a rather pleasant date night with Ichiya, but at the end of it, Kazu suddenly appeared. No, he wasn't. He isn't Kazu. He's Kazuya Shinzaki. He claimed to be Ichiya's twin brother, and Ichiya didn't deny it. I needed to know more, so I came to see Grandfather. Thank you for the background? Alright, cool. Oh, fuck, it's Grandfather. I'm skipping all of Grandfather's stuff because I can't with him. He talks way too slow. Who is he, Grandfather? He claims to be Ichiya's twin brother.
Shinzaki Group.
I believe so. Aren't they the company that the current president grew from a small family business to a large corporation in a single generation? They may not be as large as we are, but they've increased their market presence a lot quite quickly of late. I hear they even intend to expand overseas. To be frank, if Kazi really is a member of that business-minded family, he must be a very impressive person indeed. Yep, I knew it. Yeah. Then! There was one reason I even had 4 suitors right now. One of my less scrupulous relatives wound up owing a large favor to a certain person. That person demanded betrothal to me in return. To save him off and buy time, Grandfather sent 4 men to me as potential competing suitors. In other words, it's Kazu who's been demanding my hand in marriage this whole time. Oh my gosh, really? It's him? My mind went blank from shock. Then that day we met by chance. It wasn't a coincidence like he said it was. He planned it from the start. He even went as far to use his own twin brother. That's horrible. I never took him as someone who was capable of such terrible things. Yeah, everything's connected. I trusted Kazu. I'd opened up to him about things I didn't dare talk to anybody else about. And he... What, Grandfather? I blinked and felt the tension drain out of my clenched, shaking fists. Come to think of it. Yeah? Oh, that's right. Yeah, Grandfather said he doesn't dislike him. Grandfather just wants us to have a chance at, like, love. If I recall correctly, Grandfather recently came close to complimenting him in his own weird way. Yeah, true. Yeah, he was fucking ready. He was ready to sell himself. Wow, for him to get high praise from Grandfather of all people.
Is that the moon? Is that the moon? Is that the moon? Hold on, I gotta check the moon. I check the moon. Is that the moon? Was that the moon? The moon? The moon? I want to see the moon. Nope. It's a reflection. It's a reflection of my overhead light. RIP. Well, I had a moth moment. Dumb? I was like, dumb? No, it's not dumb. Perhaps I ought to leave the question of Kazu's true personality to the side for now. There was definite profit for the Tojo family in a deal with the Shinzaki group. Kazu's skills were impressive. And I can't get my headphones to sit truly on my head again. Here we go. And yet, grandfather had personal reasons to turn down an engagement to me. How was that? I suppose it's because Kazu's real goal is to forge ties with to the Tojo family. He doesn't want me for who I am. Grandfather mentioned something along those lines. And if that was so, that meant one thing. If Ichiya is Kazu's brother, then of the 4 suitors you presented to me, he is the one that you truly wish for me to choose.
東条の利益を優先するのならそうなる。
I thought as much. If I did choose Ichiya, that would thwart Kazu's designs on me while simultaneously allowing the deal with the Shinzaki group to go through. And my nosy relatives would definitely accept a suitor of his caliber too. But one question remained. If Ichiya really is Kazu's twin brother, why isn't his last name Shinzaki?
それは
Yeah, everyone would be happy! Except for us.
聞きたければ、一夜本人から聞くんじゃな。
Yeah. Oh. He had a point. Whatever the circumstances, they must be thorny. Hearing them from a third party would be rude. And I had a feeling that Ichiya's past, which he seemed so very reluctant to discuss, played no small part in the difference between surnames.
まあそんなわけで、お前が一夜とくっつくのが一番の理想ではあったんじゃがの。まさか和也と密会してこちらの手の内を打ち。
Well, I only realized it when grandfather finally mentioned it. We'd had this entire conversation together with him, and fully aware that I was not only acquainted to Kazuya, but was also meeting him personally. How did he know that? That would be Casca.
私の方からご報告させていただきました。
Hi. Yeah, I lied to you. I flinched as Casca walked into the room. Who called him to let him know I was here at Kamakura? Grandfather nodded, seemingly unsurprised by his sudden appearance.
私の忠告はお嬢様のお心に届かなかったようですね。
No, don't be angry at me, Casca. No, I just... I opened my mouth and closed it again. He was right. Yeah, he told me to be careful and don't do it again. He'd warned me, but I ignored it. It's no one else's fault but mine. Now he knew which my suitors. And I handed our greatest enemy exactly the information he needed to strike us at our weakest point.
まだ相手が決まっていないなら自分にも機会をと。
Yeah, I'm sorry, grandfather. I was careless. But if you knew about who Ichiya and Kazu truly are, why didn't you tell me about them sooner?
そんなことを教えれば、お前は一夜を敵扱いし。
Well, I couldn't deny that. This all happened because of Shinzaki. I would have been able to put that thought aside. It would have been an automatic thought every time I saw Ichiya, preventing me from seeing him as his own person. In fact, I might have grown so callous towards him, I could have hurt him deeply.
そういうわけで、
Yeah.
見合いという形でなくとも、直接話をする機会が欲しいらしい。
Yeah.
この状況ではもはや断れんぞ。そんなものはおらぬと。
Yeah, shut up. I'm sorry. I effectively had to consider Kazu my 5th suitor now. That's what grandfather was saying to me. I really got careless, didn't I? But it was too late for regrets. Well, that sucks. Once my discussion with grandfather had ended, I went back to my original rooms on the main estate for the first time in a long time. We talked for longer than expected. It was deemed late enough that I might as well stay the night. I'm rather glad for that. Trying to talk to Ichiya now would be extremely awkward. But... Hi, Casca.
失礼します。寝巻きと寝具をご用意いたしました。
Thanks. Thank you. After I had left my meeting with grandfather, things became awkward enough anyway. Casca had never been the chatty sort, but he was being particularly quiet tonight. I'm sure he's angry at me for disregarding his warning. I stood off to the side, unable to find any words to say as he briskly turned down my bedsheets.
では。
Casca, wait. When he turned to leave the room, I automatically called out to stop him. I'm sorry. I should have listened to you.
いえ。私にも落ち度がありましたから。
Oh, yeah, you didn't make me delete the contact information. Yeah. What?
彼とは二度と会わない。そう口にしたあなたを。
Yeah.
信じて。
Oh, that's the worst! Kasuga looked at me, his eyes as cold as glaciers.
こんなことになるなら強引にでもウィスの ID を削除しておくべきでしたね。
Wait, Kasuga, I wasn't aiming to betray you or anything.
ご安心ください。私はこの程度のことでお嬢様から離れるつもりはありません。
I breathed a sigh of relief.
ですが、次はありません。どうか私を失望させることのないようお願いいたします。
His eyes stabbed into me, making it clear that I could still lose him, and that he was willing to hold that fear over my head.
今日はお疲れでしょう。そろそろお休みください。
What in the world am I even doing? I'd come to Kamakura simply to ask about Ichiya's peculiar circumstances, but all I'd learned was that my own carelessness had put a noose around my neck. Worse, I disappointed Kasuga. I'm tired. This was supposed to have been a fun day, and it honestly had been, up until the last minute of the day with Ichiya. After that, shocking revelations were lobbed to me rapid fire, one after another. I wonder what those two talked about. I thought back on the two of them, and how it looked like Ichiya was actually afraid of his brother. I still have no idea what was going on between the two of them. But I hope Ichiya didn't end up crying again. For some reason, that was what worried me most. Great. Great, we're doing a great job. Alright. Sorry, I have an itch. Horrible itch. It's a horribly placed itch. Alright, loveless marriage. Or deep trauma. Yeah, truly the worst timeline. Neither of these sound fun. I really wasn't expecting a whole trauma storyline. I mean, though, technically that's a lot of what Shion's was. Really wasn't expecting this. I don't know if either of these are things I want to do right now. I may call stream super early because neither of these sound like fun things to do before bed. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna call it here. Yeah, neither of those are good. Neither of those be good. Yeah. Ooh. Well, let's jump here. Oh god. All right. Lower the volume of this. Well, that was interesting. All right. Well, yeah. All this is happening. Oh my god. Oh god, I'm so mind-flooded, I can't even think of my usual intro. I can't even remember my usual intro. Outro even, wrong words. But yeah, a reminder, if you are interested in applying to being a knight, yeah, knight applications are open still. Who knows when I'll announce and everything. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. But yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, I was not expecting that at all. Not expecting that at all. Oh my god. But yeah, wow, okay. Tomorrow I plan to try and do a long stream. I don't really know when it'll start, but it will probably be Beauty-Shauna, and we'll probably start a new boy because oh my god, what the hell? Oh god, bless it. Yeah, you know, I do need knights to protect me from whatever the hell fucking shit Varibari throws at me. Or, you know, I could do Varibari again tomorrow and just try to speed through Ichiya's route. We'll see. It'll probably be Beauty-Shauna, though. Yeah, it would fit in with the chess motive.
Alright, well, thank you everybody so much for stopping by and being here tonight. It truly means a lot to me. I missed y'all yesterday. Oh, but yes, I hope you all have a...
Oh, yay! Thank you!
But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful meowning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you. Again, thank you all so much for coming. Truly means a lot to me. And yeah, then...
Thank you! You too, you too.
Yeah, without any further ado, bye-bye!